Hello and welcome to Bricks. I'm Adam and this is Bricks. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Lego Star Wars D-0 set. This is set number 75278. It has 519 pieces. And I actually don't remember what I paid for this. I feel like I paid $30 for this set. I don't know what it retailed for. This is retired. I bought this from a store like a toy, collectible, reselling, comic store, all that good stuff. And I know on the bottom of it, it still has their price tag, which says $45, but that's when it was sealed. So I think somebody at the store opened it up and put it together and then was displaying it. And then when I bought it, it was all put together, but I wanted to build this. So I took it apart and now I'm going to put it back together and give my thoughts on it. So while I build, I will speed the video up and then I'll slow it back down to review this set. So until then, enjoy. Okay, so while we are going over the build for this Lego Star Wars D-0 droid set, I wanted to say thank you for everybody who watches and likes and comments and subscribes, and I wanted to encourage anybody that doesn't do those things already, that if you like this video, please click on that thumbs up and give it a like, and if you like the other videos on my channel, please click on that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the Lego videos I'll be doing in the future. For a small channel like mine, it's really helpful to get any engagement, so likes and comments and subscriptions, all of that stuff really helps. It helps me reach new audiences. It helps me reach people who have maybe similar viewing habits as a hypothetical viewer of my videos does, which is really nice. And so I'm really grateful for everyone that does that. And I'm trying to give prompts for you to write stuff in the comments, but everything is helpful and I really appreciate it. So thank you very much. And now back to the rest of the build and then to my review for this Lego Star Wars D-0 droid set. Okay, so that is this Lego Star Wars D-0 or D-O. This was pretty interesting. I mean, because I built this already, or rather, not I built this, I bought this already assembled and then took it apart to then build it. I kind of already, in taking apart, had some idea of how it was put together, and I think in disassembling something you can get a pretty good idea of what the build experience is, but it was still fun for me to put together, and it's a set I would have liked to have gotten new, but it's not a big deal. I looked it up and it seems like this set retailed for $70 when it came out, which I try to double check to make sure that was okay, or what that was the real price. It seems to be the case, at least in the US it was $70. This is retired. On Bricklink it seems you can buy this set sealed in a box brand new for $50-ish. Like I say, I think I paid like maybe $35 or something for this, not in the box. It was priced at $45 when it was sealed in the box, but as I mentioned, somebody must have opened it up and built it. So I took this all apart and built it. One of the things I didn't take apart was the UCS style plaque here, just because of, there's not a whole lot here. But I do notice that whoever put the sticker on for this, because this is not printed, I think they are printing these now, but at this time they weren't. This sticker is put on, in my opinion, really, really poorly, kind of atrociously. So, but there is a elevated corner here, which means I might be able to get it off and reapply that. Otherwise, I don't know if Lego will still send replacement stickers for retired sets. But this set does have a UCS style plaque here, which is nice. It does have a small kind of like minifig version of this droid, which is really, really cool. I have the BD1, I believe, which has that, and I also have the Imperial drone droid set that I haven't built, because that's another one that I bought used. And I know there's a BB-8 that I imagine has a plaque like this as well, and comes with a BB-8 of this size. But anyway, that's this, pretty standard for UCS plaques, but I do like that it comes with the miniature version. And then the entire build is kind of right here, and this is 519 pieces, I believe. Yeah, that's what it says on the box, is 519 pieces. So the fact that this was $70 is kind of crazy. There's not too many special pieces, I would say. There are no stickers except for the plaque sticker. So this on top is printed there, on what I would call like the nose here. That is also printed. So that's interesting. There are a couple 2 pieces, but in my opinion, it seems like these are all kind of relatively generic pieces. And then one other thing to note right away is this piece is not the right color. I grabbed that from my collection. It's supposed to be the same color as these slopes and the same over here. I either lost or misplaced that 1x2, or it maybe didn't come with that when I bought it built in the store. I guess I didn't take inventory when I was taking it apart, like maybe I should have. And either way, I just subbed it out for a piece, so that is incorrect, but I will work on getting that corrected. I thought the build of this was really fun. Before I took it apart and before I built it, I was really interested in how this was all done. It's hard to do round things in Lego. It's always interesting, and I thought the technique for this was pretty unique. It does use some tubing, some flexible tubing that go through kind of 1x2s with 2 Technic pinholes in them, and you stud it down on top, but there's some upside down building stuff, and then you fold it around, and it was just a really unique build experience for me. So I really liked seeing that. I think how they did the side panels for that was really, really smart and look very good in conjunction with this. And I think actually, these could have a tendency of getting kind of pushed to one side or the other. I think it does a pretty good job of keeping them relatively equidistant from each other, which adds to the effect a lot, that they're not all bunched up and the gaps are for the most part relatively uniform. So that's really, really nice. So I loved how this base comes together to make this kind of wheel looking thing there. Then it has the arm, and if I put it down like this, we can see this is not attached here. The whole top of this is only attached here. So there's some Technic stuff in there, a couple beams put together, but it does hold the weight pretty good. This is relatively light up here, but I love that there's that gap there, that they didn't make any concessions to put something extra in between there. This feels really, really cool and really unique, and still really, really stable. So that's great. This build is relatively straightforward. There was some interesting stuff up in here. here, including some interesting pieces. It's nice and tiled out, feels very finished. We do have some more flexible tubes there. And then the head was really interesting. These cone pieces, these are each, there's 2 pieces for this cone, 2 pieces for this cone, and those are just held together at the back by these tan hollow stud, rounded 1x2s. And then there's a great kind of back area here that's almost like hair, but these little antenna there, and there's some Technic and different stuff that attach all of this head together, and that's attached up there as well. And this is all pretty straightforward, pretty light, pretty hollow, but that's great. But there are some kind of functions that I didn't know about, actually. Even when I was taking it apart, I didn't clock what the deal was, because there were some gears in here in kind of the neck area in this base thing that I was like, wait, why are there even gears in there? And I didn't know, but it's to turn the head, or what I perceive as the head of this character. So by turning this bit here, there's like a gear change thing in there that changes the this rotation to that rotation, which is really nice, and it works very good, which makes this like really expressive. And then there's one, I don't know if this is intended or not necessarily, but this is also on a can like move, swivel a little bit, and it's attached here. So if we turn the bottom one, we can make that lean, and depending on which way this is oriented, you can kind of make it like nod its head, or say no, or just spin it all the way around, and it makes it like really, really expressive and really fun that that can happen. So there's also this one down here to that you can actuate, and it'll just raise up or lower just one side of this kind of panel, or this flat area there, and then this one turns that all the way around, which is very nice. So ultimately this is a pretty fun build. I was really impressed with all of the stuff at the base. I think it looks really, really great, and I give a lot of credit to the designers for that. Even though it's a relatively simple thing, there's not that many different pieces that are used for it. It just works really, really well. So I like that. I like that it's got a little bit of a stand here, a little bit of a base. I don't know if scale wise, because I don't remember. I think this is from the 9th movie, which I didn't really like, but this says it's a companion for BB-8, and I don't remember if BB-8 is a lot larger than this D-0 or not. I know that the like Lego UCS style BB-8 is probably roughly a similar size to this, and the BD-1 is taller than this, but I think they all kind of fit in a similar scale for all these Star Wars droids of this kind. So I really have liked those. I thought the BD-1 was like, it was $100, but I think almost 1,100 pieces, and that was really, really good. I actually thought that was a good value. This at $70 I think is too much. Buying it now that it's retired, it doesn't seem to have gone up in like appreciated in value too much. It seems like you could get it on Bricklink for maybe $50, and I don't know what the shipping would be, but maybe that'll end up getting closer to retail. But you might be able to find these out in the wild for a reasonable price. I think $50 or $60 is probably where this should be. Like I say, there are printed stuff in here, and other than that, there's nothing too specialized, but the build is really, really fun. I think it looks really nice to display. It's kind of one of those obscure characters, and same with BD-1 actually, because I think that character is from, or that droid is like specifically from a video game, which I don't think they make very many sets for video game characters. So like these kind of obscure Star Wars droids I think are really nice to have. They're kind of fun little conversation pieces that can go alongside sort of like all the iconic Star Wars helmet displays that I have, or like the ship displays. Like these are a really unique kind of thing that have a lot of personality to them. So I really liked this set. I think it finishes really, really nice. Thankfully, like my pieces this would have a tendency or could have a tendency to yellow pretty badly, depending on how it's displayed or how it's taken care of. When I bought this, it didn't seem too bad. I didn't even really clean it or anything before, like, or after taking it apart. I just took it apart and rebuilt it right away, and or the next day, and it was very, very nice. I think it's a nice looking model. It's a good build, and I think the designer did a really good job. So I'm very, very happy with this. So if you like this video, consider giving it a like, and if you like the other videos on my channel, please consider subscribing to it so you can stay up to date on all the LEGO videos I'll be doing here in the future, including more LEGO Star Wars of retired sets, new sets, tons of different stuff, but also just tons of other LEGO themes of all different shapes and sizes and price points and piece counts. So click on that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my upcoming LEGO videos. And if you want to support this channel and support my videos, the best way to do that is over at the Sobricks Patreon, which is patreon.com/SOBRICKS. And over there, if you join up, you can get access to all my videos early. You can get access to some exclusive videos over there, like one I just did about the bookshop modular. And you can also get your name at the end of the video for, credits for supporters, and eventually a bunch of other stuff over there. So every little bit helps, and I really appreciate it. And thank you everybody for watching and liking and commenting and subscribing and all that stuff. And until next time, thanks. Bye.